What's up, everybody, and welcome to Now Available, the internet's only streaming service podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Howard, and with me, as always, is Rikki and Adam.
Hello, that was perfect.
I stumbled over internet.
I didn't even notice that.
If you go back and check the tape, I stumbled over internet, but it's fine. We're moving on.
The timing was perfect. Okay. First thing I got to get into. Was Suicide Squad... Or no, damn it, now I'm fucking it up. Was Rogue One a Suicide Squad?
Oh, yeah, we never did that in that last episode.
We never did that.
But yes, it was.
It absolutely was, 100%.
They all died. Even more died than in the Suicide Squad.
That is the hallmark of a classic Suicide Squad. You know?
Yeah. Moneyball... Well, then, we called Moneyball Suicide Squad, though.
Oh, yeah, right. They were the baseball
The
version.
stadium explodes at the end.
It was a deleted scene where the stadium explodes. Oh, shit.
Bane shows up.
Oh, no. They were in Gotham the whole time. Dude, what have you been watching? What have you been up to?
Finally got around to Godzilla -1.
Ooh, what'd you think?
Check that one off the list. That was really good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Love that one.
Yeah. It's just the way it's shot and everything is really cool too, where you feel like you're actually underneath Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah, like they really make you care about the people. Like the people aspect is like bigger than the Godzilla aspect, which is really cool.
Yeah, it feels like your normal, like, if you watch any like foreign language films or whatever, it feels like a foreign language period piece. Except the fact that there's Godzilla there.
Except for Godzilla's the main bad guy.
Yeah. How about you? What have you seen?
I caught up on a bunch of movies. I got around to watching Hitman. I don't know if I talked about that last time.
No, you hadn't seen it yet.
Okay, so I watched the Hitman. It's awesome.
It's great.
It's so cool. I thought it was gonna be kind of stupid. Like in the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird." Like how quickly he changes from being like a dorky teacher to being like this like amazing actor, basically.
Yeah.
But the story goes off the rails. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was bananas.
It was really fun. I think Glenn Powell is like the new. Him and Sydney Sweeney are definitely the new hot people in the movies. Like they're in everything.
Speaking of which, I just watched Anyone But You. I watched that last week, I think.
I didn't get to finish it. That was really good. I didn't get to finish it.
Dude, there's a freaking Mac Miller song in there. I lost my shit.
Okay, so I didn't get to finish that one. What was the other movie I watched? Oh, I watched the Movie Pass movie. The documentary.
Oh yeah, I saw you reviewed that on Letterboxd.
Yeah. That is crazy. And I know I brought up my displeasure before about not being the main character. But after watching it, I was like, dude, there were some people that really abused the shit out of it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I think in my Letterboxd review, I talked about it. There's a guy who went to the movies, like, every single day just to watch, like, the first half hour of the Avengers. He's like, I would go in, I would sit down, I'd watch the first, like, half hour, I'd get up, go to the bathroom, and then I would miss a few minutes, so I'd come back the next day and try to watch it again. But he would just leave.
That's so weird.
So it was like, what's the matter with you guys? There was another.
That's why I made so much money. Just because of all the Letterboxd people. Or not Letterboxd, Movie Pass people.
The Movie Pass people, yeah. There was another guy that said he went like 400 something times, like 430 something times. I think he must have lived, on the same block as a movie theater. Like it must have been next door or something.
Yeah, just get home from work every day and just go over there or something.
Right. But yeah, if anybody listening has any interest in the history of Movie Pass and how it came to be and how it went away so quickly, the documentary is really good. After watching it, at the end, there's a minor spoiler. At the end, there's a guy who still has his Movie Pass card, and he holds it up. And one of the guys that's like filming him is like, "Dude, those are worth like $1,500?" And he was like, "What?" And he's like, the other guy's like, yeah, on eBay they're going for like 1,000 to $1,500.
No way.
And I was like, hold on a second, let me fucking look. So when I looked, it wasn't that high. It was like $500. But
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Like people were selling their
You can get one
fake.
for 50.
You can get one for see now. People know about it
There's
now.
yeah, $1,000, $700.
So if you still got your movie pass card out there, people, you might be sitting on a gold mine, a treasure
Mine's in my
trove.
parents' house somewhere.
Mine is, I think mine's over there.
I'll have to find mine and throw it in the boxes behind me.
I, yeah, it's a. I would never sell mine. Mine's worth more than any amount of money. Mine's priceless. Yeah, so that was really cool. What else did I watch? I watched I watched Atlas on Netflix. The J-Lo like mech
Oh,
movie.
right.
Um
How's that?
it was cool. It's definitely cool. I think I think the story is a little like cookie cutter, kind of bland.
Yeah.
Um J-Lo is, I don't know if she's bad or if she's good. Like to me,
Like the moral area of the character or the
or
performance?
her performance, like some, I don't know. I don't take it as like genuine. I guess she does a good job, but I
Mm,
just don't take it as like,
you don't buy it.
yeah, I just don't buy it. I enjoyed it though. Like the visuals of it are really cool. Um, it's about like the future. The future, there's like AI guys, like robots, and they like
As
freed
you
them.
do.
Yeah, yeah, as there will be. It's actually a cautionary tale. It's Simu Lee. He plays an AI robot, and he becomes not sentient. Like he like frees all the AI people from like he kind of gives them their own abilities. Like they can go do whatever the fuck they want,
Oh,
and
okay.
they become terrorists. And so he like does all this terrorist stuff, and then he leaves Earth, and he goes to a different planet, and then it's like 30 years later, and J Lo is like going after him because she like works with the FBI, CIA, anti-terrorist task force. I don't fucking
Okay.
know. Uh,
Yeah.
but they go to this different planet where she has to be in this mech suit that is like an AI, and she has like a huge distrust for AI because of Simu Lee being the terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it's just their adventures of like her learning to trust a robot. uh, but it was fine. It was fun. It looks really cool. If anything, like
Yeah.
there's some like really cool like battles um that go on, and then like the final fight with her and spoilers, she does find Simu Lee on the planet, and they do fight.
What?
Yeah, uh,
What?
I think that one was kind of cool, but
Yeah.
I think that's all I watched.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but it sounds like it's pretty interesting.
Mm. What else did I see? Oh, I went
I,
to. Everyone knows this about me. I'm a WWE fan, and I enjoy the wrestling. My sister and I
mhm.
went to um, AEW Dynamite and Collision.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It was in Buffalo.
I thought about going to that, and then I worked that night, and then
Ah,
worked the next day, so I was like, couldn't really get out there.
yeah.
I think from my house it's like 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Oh man, so the tickets were $30.
Oh shit.
We were yeah, they were so cheap.
Yeah.
Where her and I were sitting, if you looked like straight ahead, you were like kind of past the stage where they come down, like the entrance.
Oh, okay.
So you could kind of
Yeah.
see like behind the curtain a little bit. Um,
Oh, nice.
we get there, and we sit down, and Tony Khan comes out, and he's like talking, and he's like, "Yeah, right after I think it was Dynamite was first." He's like, "Right after Dynamite,
Hmm.
like stick around because we're filming Collision for Saturday." And I was like, "Oh shit, it's two shows." I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." So for $32, I think we got to see like 4 hours of AEW.
Yeah, I've done it when they've come to Rochester. Me and
Mm.
my brother went to the two shows that have been there, and that was really cool because yeah, they did the Dynamite and then Collision afterwards.
It was cool. I don't watch AEW because it's not on any like streaming thing, which sucks. Um,
Yeah, I think they're working on a new TV deal at some point, which hopefully should provide that, but it's been in the works for a little bit, so we'll see.
okay, that'd be cool. Um,
I know one of the pay-per-views they were supposed to stream on Max at one point, but the Max wasn't ready yet, I guess, to do the live stuff.
oh, yeah,
That
because
was back last September or something.
yeah, that must have been back in the day. Because they were pushing. It was leading up to Forbidden Door, which was on uh
Yeah, that was Saturday or
last
Sunday or
weekend.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and it was a pay per view, which I thought was interesting because I'm so used to everything being on Peacock now, like how easy it
Right,
is to just
yeah.
go on Peacock. But it
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
they still charge full price and everything for those shows, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was like $50.
Uh, yeah.
I bought a Swerve Strickland shirt that was more than our ticket. It was $40. uh,
That's funny. That's
uh,
usually the way it goes.
yeah, it was crazy. What I've noticed too is every time I go to a wrestling event, like it's always my sister and I will always go.
Hmm.
Every fucking time, dude, without fail, we are sitting next to arguably the most annoying person in the building. Like we went and saw we last November, September? No, it was November. We went to Survivor Series in Chicago.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Lucky
Yeah, that was awesome. Okay,
match.
probably 3 seats away from us, there's a dude both nights whistling like the loudest whistle you've ever heard in your life. I don't know how he's making this noise all night long. He's doing this.
Yeah.
We went to Raw in Buffalo, and it was me, her, and my niece. We went, and that was like the
Hmm.
closest we ever got. We were like 4 or 5 rows from the front. Like we were super close.
Yeah.
And in front of us is this little kid, and every 2 seconds, this dude. I understand he was a child. He's having fun. I'm not like I'm glad he was there. I'm glad he was having a good time. He's turning around and he's just like chirping this other guy. And every time like two people would come out, he'd turn around and be like, "Oh, so and so is gonna win," and the other guy would be like, "I don't know, man." And then every time they would like any throughout the match, he was turning around and he's just giving this other dude shit. I'm like, "Oh, come on, dude, just shut up for like 5 seconds, please." Without fail, we go to AEW. There's a guy behind us. Well, actually, we sit down, and he's directly behind us,
Hmm.
and he's just screaming at the top of his lungs. Like there wasn't a lot. There was a lot of people, but not like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the whole one side was just tarped off. Like they weren't selling those seats.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one thing with the AEW shows is those have usually they don't sell that side of the arena. They just do the one side.
All right, so it's not like his voice is being drowned out by like the roar of everybody else. Like you could
Yeah.
clearly hear this dude. He's screaming at Tony when he comes out. He's like, "Do another line, Tony!" And he's just like screaming about Coke, and then like,
Um,
um, I I was unaware of AEW wrestlers other than like Daniel Bryan, or
mhm.
Brian Danielson, or I'm not even sure what
Yeah.
his, like
Yeah, it's Brian
Edge.
Danielson. That's his actual name is Brian Danielson, and WWE changed it to Daniel Bryan.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Like so obviously I'm aware of him and like Edge and Chris Jericho and stuff. But there's other
Yeah.
people and they're coming out and he's just screaming at them and like they would come when they would leave the ring. They would go back up the stage, or they would
Hmm.
come around the stage, which was really close to us. So like if we walked down the aisle,
Hmm.
we might have been up like I think 9 rows. If we would have walked down the aisle to
Oh
the
wow.
end, yeah, we could have like slapped their hands or like took their picture or whatever, and they would stop and say what's up to us. And this dude, every time someone came around that thing, he's like, "You're a fucking pussy," and like, "I'll kick your
My
ass."
God.
And I'm like, "Dude, there's a bunch of little kids around us,"
Jeez.
and we're like, "Yeah, dude, we get it, we get it, okay." The entire 4 hours, dude. He was screaming
Oh
when
my
we left.
God.
Um, so I'm hoping, I'm praying to wrestling Jesus, wrestling Satan, whoever I need to. We're going to my sister and I are going to Toronto for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you telling me about that.
So oh my god, dude, we better not be near some freak. I'm hoping we just get some chill people who just want to sit there and like watch and not scream the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been up to.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. So we also what we've been up to is we watched our next movie in the or what are we, some sort of Suicide Squad miniseries. This week, if we enter the Matrix,
Oh yeah, bam.
we watched Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, which I made sure to put in my notes, is streaming on Prime Video and Paramount Plus right now. It was released on March 31st, 2023, written and directed by Jonathan Goldstein and Francis Daly, who also wrote.
Um. Uh. It is another medieval movie. Uh.
Nope,
No.
nope, not a medieval movie.
Oh, it's another big one
I
though.
know for a fact you've seen one of these movies.
That's the kid from fucking Freaks and Geeks, which always blows my mind that he like got into like writing movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. Oh man, I know it. I don't know it. What is it? I'm gonna hate myself.
They wrote Spider-Man: Homecoming and Game Night, and they
Ah.
were they were also briefly attached to direct the Flash film at one point in the long list of directors who were briefly attached to direct the Flash film.
Like the Flash one that just came out. The Flash.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. I think it was
shit.
back in 2018. They were attached to direct it or something, and then that didn't work out.
Oh, that would have been cool. Game Night is really good too. That's a good one. I don't. I mean,
That one
everyone.
I've not. I've heard that one's really good, but that one's one I still haven't seen actually.
That one's fun. Jesse Plemons is in it, and he's like a
Yeah, I see the picture of him all the time with like the dog.
yeah, yeah. What the hell was I thinking? I thought they wrote. Well, I thought that John Francis Scott Key or whatever. I thought he. I thought he wrote. I thought he wrote. Like a medieval movie, like a Your Highness type situation.
Maybe.
I thought he could. I could have
Let's see.
swore he was part of something like that. Maybe he was in something like that.
That could be.
He had something to do with Stuber. That movie was. I vaguely remember that one.
Let's see.
Oh, if he had, did he write it? Spider-Man: Homecoming, right? He's the writer.
Yeah, they wrote it. They didn't direct it though.
So I
They
wonder.
also he wrote and directed the 2015 Vacation film with Ed Helms.
Oh, okay.
Um, they wrote the Incredible Burt Wonderstone. They wrote the Horrible Bosses.
He was.
They wrote Vacation Friends. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Maybe it's I'm thinking that maybe it's an acting role. I don't know.
Because all right, so I remember when I saw Spider-Man: Homecoming, I thought it was. I was surprised to see Martin Starr, who is the teacher. He's with the big glasses, and he's like
Hmm.
very nerdy. I was like,
Right, yeah.
I was excited to see him because he's also from Freaks and Geeks,
I oh, I think I do remember that. Yeah.
and then also Linda Cardellini. I think she was in a
Hmm.
later uh, Spider-Man movie. Wait,
Well, she's Hawkeye's wife.
yeah, Hawkeye's wife. That's what I'm
Um,
thinking of.
but then she plays somebody else. Was she somebody else? I don't know. But yeah. So
What?
going back to the Matrix, this
Oh yeah,
film
sorry.
stars Chris Pine. Well, I was the one that digressed. So, uh, it stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis. Sorry, Ray J. Jean Page, and Hugh Grant. The film had a budget of $150 million and a box office of $208 million. So, Ricky, what did you think of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
This is the second time that I've watched it, and I liked it a lot more this time than I did the first time.
Yeah, this is my second time seeing it too.
Mm. I remember watching it the first time, being like, "Oh, it was just okay. Like it was fine. Like it was
Yeah,
enjoyable, but it wasn't anything like I don't know special." But this time when I
yeah.
watched it, I got a lot more out of it, and I don't know. I think it might have been because in the time between watchings, I played Baldur's Gate for a little bit. So I got like 10 or 15
Okay.
hours into Baldur's Gate. And so every time, this is also part of my good if we want to do that.
Okay, yeah, we can jump right to the good.
Okay. So, oh, what the hell is on my hands? I just got like a bunch of like,
Your desk over there, Ricky.
yeah, I got like a bunch of silvery shit on my fingers. What the fuck? Okay, anyways. um, so like I said, in between the viewings, I played Baldur's Gate. I didn't finish it. It's a long game. But what I liked about the movie, like what I got more out of the movie, is every time that they are doing something and something happens, like something doesn't go according to plan,
Hmm.
I just in my head was like, oh, they just missed their whatever check. Like in Baldur's Gate, you go to open a door or something and you got to roll, or you try to sweet talk.
Oh,
Yeah, you try to sweet talk somebody and you have to roll, and then depending on what you rolled, you either failed
yeah.
it or you passed it. And so like I just thought it was funny that there's a lot of moments where they go to do something like when the dude's explaining Thrain or whatever, when he's explaining, no, his name's not Thrain, he's a Thrain or something. The one, the dude that's like really
I'm just gonna
skilled.
call everybody by their name, the actor's name, so you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up. But he's like explaining how to get across the bridge, and he's like, "Oh, you have to
Oh yeah,
take
the Bridgerton guy.
yeah," and then Justice Smith just steps on it and it falls down. Like he just missed a check there, and that's why it failed.
Hmm.
Um, there was another one that I thought was really funny that like cracked me up. But I got a lot more out of it the second time I watched it. What do you think?
I didn't even think about that fact with like having to roll and stuff like that, and that's why they're constantly like messing up in terms of like the reality of like outside of the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of it that way, that makes me appreciate the film a lot more actually. um so one of the things I really liked is this film does a lot of like mix of practical and digital effects, and I think it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the world just feel so real, and it feels like a callback to like some of that more old school filmmaking. But then there's also stuff like where Sophia Lillis's character is transforming through all the different animals to get through like the castle and stuff like that, and it's that all that one take shot with the like the digital animals
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. That was really cool too. I like the way the filmmaking is done because it knows it the filmmakers know pretty well in this when to use practical and when to use digital effects, and I think it works to great effect.
Mm-hmm. I love that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes of when
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite scenes too. It was very, very cool to see that.
starts off like a fly and then she turns into like a bird and like another
Mm,
bug. I think. Yeah, it was really really cool.
a mouse, a deer. I think there's more in there too, but yeah, it's really cool.
What else did I really like? Oh, dude, I forgot about it. But the fucking Bradley Cooper cameo.
I know it's so fun.
It's just so it's so weird, and he's just so
It's
like
just out of nowhere, yeah.
it's it's out of nowhere. He's the most adorable little man. Like you just love him. Uh, and he's just like he's just trying to do good. It's his whole thing. He's just trying to do good.
Yeah. Yeah, he just recently has been doing like a lot of great cameos and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you saw Licorice Pizza, but he was amazing in that.
Oh no, I never saw that. I wanted to see it. I had plans to go see it, but that never happened.
I want to say it's on Prime Video right now. But he's in the movie for maybe like one or two scenes and just is completely like off the rails and incredible in that. Like he's been doing a lot of good like cameo stuff and like just pop-up roles recently.
Hmm.
I mean, I also really liked Maestro too, which he did. Um but yeah, he's that part's really funny in this movie.
Oh,
Uh
that dude I was talking about him is his name is Zank.
Zank.
Zank, yeah. He's the one. There's this other like it's just so weird and stupid where he's walking away from them after he helps him out of the out of the dungeon with the dungeon with the
Mhm.
dragon, and he's walking away in a fucking straight line, and Chris Pine is like he walks in a straight line. Oh, here comes a rock, and he walks over the rock like he doesn't walk around it. It continues in that straight line.
Yeah, this movie's just a great satire of like what Dungeons and Dragons is and like kind of like all these fantasy films are,
Hmm.
which I think is why it's so different and makes it so strong. Um, I also really like the characters in this movie too, and I like the fact that we aren't following like a traditional hero
Yeah,
where like our characters just keep losing and losing constantly,
yeah.
which is just great. And I like how different like all the different characters feel too, like with their different power sets and like the different personalities and all that stuff.
I remember when this was coming out, somebody was like, "It would be funny if one of the characters died and then they went to like an inn or something and they picked up a new character, but it was played by the same person." Because I guess that's like a like something that happens a lot in actual Dungeons and Dragons, like the actual like game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like one of your buddies will die, like he'll be a warrior or something and die, and then they'll go to an inn and then they'll pick up like a bard or something, but it's just played by the same guy.
That's funny. That would be something funny if they did that in the actual movie.
Oh, I really liked Hugh Grant too. I thought that was good. I got that he was very fun. Everyone in it is very fun. Like
Yeah,
they're just having a good time.
yeah.
Even like
It's
Michelle Rodriguez, who we basically only know from Fast and the Furious. I feel like.
right. She does a great job in this movie and feels very like not like the cookie cutter character she is in that in like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Right.
Like it actually feels like she's doing stuff here.
Yeah, like
It's
even
also
she's like
it's
a
also
hard
hard beat
ass.
for her in the Fast and Furious movies because she forgets her memory partway through.
Oh yeah. Oh man. The Sophia Lillis. What is she from?
She's from It and
It.
Asteroid
That's right.
City and
It. That's what it
she was in
was.
some other stuff too.
I was
But
watching. I was
yeah,
like,
she's
I know this woman. I don't know what she's from though. Like, I was like, maybe it's like a Netflix thing. Like, I don't know what she.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's because that they finished that a couple year or it like what 5 years ago, something like
It was a
that.
while ago now. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's in yeah Asteroid City, Dungeons and Dragons, the It movies. That's kind of most of it right now. But
Hmm.
Yeah, the whole cast is like people. It's almost feels like like ships in the night like passing each other, where all these people have like these amazing careers,
Hmm.
and it just kind of converges here, and then they're gonna go their separate ways. Even though I think Chris Pine was talking about trying, he's hoping they'll do a second one of these.
That would be really cool. I think
Yeah,
a second one would be awesome.
yeah, I would be curious to see what they do, because the whole point of this movie is to get the daughter back.
Hmm.
So I wonder what the quest of the second movie would be, but I'm sure there's plenty more lore and everything they can dive into.
Right, it can literally be anything.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it could straight up be anything. Save the village, save the town. There's a new wizard. There's a new bad guy. Um,
Yeah.
oh, I really liked the bad guy in this one. I thought was really cool. Like when they
Oh, I
show,
thought the design and everything, yeah,
yeah,
that like the flashback.
yeah, that whole flashback thing was so cool. Um,
Yeah, there's certain elements of this movie that are just so like eerie and creepy, and it's just amazing.
mhm.
Like when they go back to that graveyard and they're like recalling all the dead soldiers to try and figure out where the hell the helmet is.
They just leave
Because
that one
it's
dude alone. They just leave him on one question. That's a zombie with
yeah,
one question left.
somebody will walk by there at some point.
Yeah, that dude was
He'll lay to rest.
Saz Tam was the bad guy. Well, he was like the main
Mm.
red wizard guy. Tom Morello was in this, but I don't know who he was in it.
I don't know.
You would think he'd have like a musical part, seeing as how he's from Rage Against the Machine. Kith
Yeah.
Kithman Kithmonthi? I don't know. Kimonthi. Stumbling through it now. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I really like all the comedy. I thought was really good too. There's a lot of good comedy bits.
Yeah, this feels like when this definitely feels like Marvel comedy landing for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Where
like
some
Thor, the
mhm.
good Thor.
Yeah, like when we get to like Ragnarok and stuff like that, or even like personally, I think the Spider-Man Home trilogy is a little bit over the top comedic wise for
Hmm.
Peter Parker, but it's still I think in this context it works very well because it's in it's intentionally feeling like it's trying to almost satirize everything we know about the fantasy genre.
Hmm.
Because the whole what I could think about or what I thought about when we were watching this movie was when we watched Conan because it also has like the evil bald wizard lady,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just like, this is just such a refreshing taste compared to thinking back on like stuff like that.
The bald wizard lady. Um, I've brought up the trailer. Just wanted to see if there's anything that I missed that I enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to
Cause
back
like
of my
over,
notes here. I
yeah,
think
like
I
I'm saying, overall it was super enjoyable.
yeah we hit all my points. Yeah, like I love the cast. I thought their chemistry was great.
Hmm.
The movie's really funny. They have a fun adventure. All the practical effects in like real places they go. Um, did you want to talk about Jonathan at all?
Oh my god, that the I forgot about that. And then when I watched it, the first time she's like, "Oh, Jonathan," and they fly out the window. Fucking killed me, dude. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard. Like, why am I laughing so hard at this? It shouldn't be that funny. And it was, I don't know, whatever reason, it
Well,
tickled my brain.
it's also so funny too because then they fly out the window and the one guy's like, "But we do a pardon."
That
Which
was
that's
them going with Plan B, like regardless of Plan A, when it like successful or not.
yeah. That
Oh,
must have always been the plan A is to jump out the window.
um, I feel like yeah, there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, like lore that you see in the movie. Like they talk about Baldur's Gate. The one of them like mentions a beholder, which is that thing in my room.
You
Like
see the
this,
gelatinous
you
cube.
see the gelatinous cube. There's a mimic, which is like the treasure box with like a mouth on the inside.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not like super into Dungeons and Dragons lore. Like
Yeah, I've never played any of it.
I've enjoyed the art, and a lot of the artists that I like have like made wizard stuff because that's like what they
Hmm.
do. Um,
Yeah.
and I tried to get my friends together like once or twice to sit down and like play it, and I was only able to wrangle up two of them. And like in our in our quest, it was like the beginner. If you buy like the starter set or whatever, you like make a character
Yeah.
and you like do this like little campaign. And I just remember like we were playing it. We come up on these wolves, and you can do anything. Like you can be like, oh, we can sneak around the wolves. We can try to kill them. We can turn around and go home. Like you can literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And my friend's like, I want to go up and kiss the wolf. And it's like, dude, it's gonna kill you. And I was like, in the rule books, it tells you like the whole point of the game is like to make your own rules. Like there isn't really like a set of rules, so you can however you want to play it. You can just play it. And so I was like, okay, well, because I was like the dungeon master or whatever, and I was like, all right, dude,
Right.
you're gonna have to roll like a 20 to successfully walk up and kiss this wolf. And then he does it, and it was like, it was like a big laugh, and we were all having a. It was just ridiculous. That's all I can remember about it.
My God.
But I know that there are a lot of like, obviously the people who wrote it understood like the subject.
Yeah.
They must.
It's
They
always
clearly
funny to me that
fans.
they have like all these celebrity like D&D groups and stuff like that. And it's always funny to me that like Matthew Lillard's like a big proponent of it, and so is like Manganiello and like a
Oh,
bunch of these different Hollywood guys.
dude, he is. He's also big in magic too, and
Oh, is he?
yeah, he shows up on a lot of like the YouTube like magic channels. Like I think he might even have his own of him just like gathering a
Funny.
group of friend or a group of like other celebrities or
Yeah.
YouTube people, and they just play magic.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, do you
Yeah. It's
want
not.
to go to the bad?
Yeah, we can go to the band.
All right, the bad.
So what do you have for the band?
Um, I think the only problem I had with this was the ending boss fight.
Oh, just how easy they beat her.
Yeah, it was like there was like a really cool scene where they're it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 where they're all kind of like intersecting, I guess, when they're fighting her.
Yeah.
So I thought
Yeah.
that was cool. I wish that was like much longer. I just did not like
Yeah.
the like Justice Smith makes a giant rock hand, and then she makes like a floating red blood hand,
Hmm.
and then they're like, they're like fighting like this. I didn't love that.
I I really like the ending battles, like specifically because of how they need the daughter in order to actually complete the
Oh yeah,
like have all the power sets they need to complete the quest and beat the bad guy.
actually, you know what? Maybe
But I
then maybe it's not the maybe it's just the red hand versus the rock hand that I didn't like because I
it
totally
is
forgot about they needed the daughter to like sneak
it's
in.
definitely very Green Lantern-esque.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that one. I don't know. That was just weird to me. I thought it was kind of lame for like all oh shit for all the stuff that they were doing
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah.
And it also just didn't look that cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. You see some really cool stuff throughout the movie, and that's kind of how it ends. Was just like, and then that one girl turns into the big owl bear, like
Yeah.
slams her on the ground a bunch of times, throws her against the wall.
Yeah, that's definitely like one thing I saw a lot of when I was just I didn't put any of these in the ugly section, but a lot of people are complaining that it's very much Marvel humor, and that is like ripped right from that first Avengers movie
Yeah, right.
where Hulk beats the shit out of Loki.
Yeah, the smashing of her on the ground is like, that's kind of like, it's tainted. Like for any time you ever see someone smash them into the ground like that, you're gonna think of the Hulk.
Right, especially if it's done like excessively for laughs.
Mm-hmm.
That you're always gonna think of the Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. Unless you live under a rock and haven't seen the Avengers.
Unless you haven't seen the Avengers, God bless your soul. Um, what else did I not like? I think that was really it. I think that was like the only thing I really had a beef with. I remember because like I said, the first time I watched it, I just thought it was fine. Like I thought it was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, it was an enjoyable watch. Like it's a couple hour Saturday afternoon. Put it on. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wasn't like super hot on it or super cold on it. Just thought it was whatever. But this time I really enjoyed it, and that was the only thing that really stuck out. Is like, this looks weird to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's it. What'd you think?
So I had a couple like minor things. For me, the movie almost feels too long. Like I have no idea what I'd cut out because everything's kind of essential for the movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it almost just feels like it there's so much happening, but it almost feels like it's like the movie feels a lot longer than it is.
Yeah.
Um and then my other thing is like Hugh Grant almost seems like a little too maniacal and like cartoonish compared to everybody else. Like I know you said you liked Hugh Grant, and I enjoy him. It just almost feels like he's in a little bit of a different movie than everybody else.
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah. I think he's very over the top.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that's on purpose.
Yeah.
I just it doesn't I'm not the biggest fan of that, but no, I completely understand the why everybody does like him, and I there are parts that I really enjoy of him in this movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Just for whatever reason, I'm like it's he's enjoyable but slightly off-putting, which is probably the intent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my opinion on it.
He like straight up steals Kira. I don't know
Hmm.
her actual name, but I remember her name from the movie being Kira. He like
Hmm.
straight up steals her for
Yeah.
what reason other than just to take her? I can't remember like what he was. He didn't like have a plan for her.
No, not really.
The bit where
Unless he just
he's
wanted like a protege or something.
oh yeah, maybe that could be it. Because the other bit where he's like talking about the tea being too hot, where he like takes a sip of the tea, it's like it's too hot, and then she puts her finger in it, and then he's like, "Well, I can't have it." I thought that was
maybe it's just the fact that it's seeing Hugh Grant in these roles is what more of the off-putting thing.
yeah,
Like it's enjoyable to see him in them, but it's just kind of like Hugh Grant's just kind of here.
like what are you doing here?
Oh, he said in an interview like the reason he did Wonka was just for the money. He's like, I have kids to raise. I need money. Well, but God bless you.
yeah, also like I feel like I'm always complaining about the time being too long. I thought it was that one didn't affect me this time. Any other time, I usually do think that.
Yeah, I know you said that. I think about Rogue One.
Yeah, and I don't know
This
what
time I'm saying it.
I don't know like what it is. Yeah, like what do you cut out of it? There's something about it though that makes it feel
Yeah.
longer than it should be. Like I don't know what you would cut out of this. Because if you cut out her, like Holga going to Michelle Rodriguez going to see Bradley Cooper,
Right. Yeah, everything like is it's like a whole row. The whole movie set up like a row of dominoes where you press the first one and they just all like go down a line and knock over.
right?
So like if you pull one out, it's gonna miss and then not finish it out. So everything's essential.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something for me, something about it felt too long.
Okay. How long was it? It was 2 hours something? 2:20?
I think it's only 2 hours. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's just two.
Oh, I have it pulled up. I can freaking look myself. It was 2 hours 14 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it is a little bit on the longer side.
We gotta figure out a way where we can we'll download the movie and then we'll cut out. We'll make the fucking shortened cut, the abridged version. And it's like we only take out like a couple of minutes here and there. Like it's not like we made this movie a half hour shorter. It's like we made this movie 5 minutes shorter. The now available version cut.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Is that it for the bad? Like, yeah, there's not a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an enjoyable movie.
The movie is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to complain about. I don't
Yeah.
even have anything to nitpick about. Like, well, I guess the hand battle is a nitpick, but
I do have a nitpick, and that's like they got the pardon, so why didn't the pardon still apply like later when Hugh Grant wanted them? But maybe it's just because they like assaulted this judge and threw him out a window.
they rode Jonathan out of a fucking tower.
And crashed him down into the snow.
I thought he died at the end, like when they got to the bottom, because the way he's laying there, like you can just see his wings, like
He's just like wasted, yeah.
yeah. I thought he was dead. And then it's great when they try to redo it again at the end, and there's a fucking brick wall.
It's a brick wall.
All right.
Anyways, let's move on to the ugly.
Ugly.
And so, for those of you that don't know, for the ugly, we turn to Letterboxd and look at all the negative reviews people have to say about the movies we watch. So, this one has to do with the film being too long. May Burchin. I finally gave up after falling asleep during this movie the third time. Go ahead, revoke my nerd card.
Revoked.
Next review from Not Enough Mark. Not Enough Mark Wahlberg.
What? What? He's not even in it.
Yeah, they're saying there's not enough of him. And my last review coming from Letterboxd is from Kala. Not what the Trader Joe's cashier hyped it up to be. And that brings us to the end of the show.
Oh,
So
hold on. Can I want to read one of these comments because I'm still on. So I play the YouTube trailer, and so I can see the comments, obviously.
Yeah.
And this one I thought was very funny. From This Ain't a Stupid Name 1 year ago. Said, for the real D&D experience, the movie should stop halfway through the adventure. Then everyone in the cinema has to schedule a time when they can finish the film. If anything I've ever heard about D&D is like, oh, it's so hard to gather people together for like an hour, 2 hours a week, 2 hours a month to play this game.
Right, yeah.
And then this one really sums it up too for me, which was, I don't know how the hell you say this. Ezilkir? Just got back from the theater, was expecting nothing special, and then was surprised to find an actual solid and enjoyable movie. Funny and emotional at times, great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, that's
yeah. That's
good.
The thing is the film. That's what I was going to say earlier too. Is the film has, for satirical as it is, it still has a lot of heart in it, which is why I think it works so well.
Mm-hmm. Super good, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So.
Oh, first question.
Yes.
Is this a Suicide Squad?
Yes, because Holga dies.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and then she gets brought back to life.
I think any adventure, any D&D adventure could be a suicide mission.
They have to fight all the red wizards that turn people into zombies.
Right, because one thing goes wrong, as we see in the movie, plenty of things go wrong, but the wrong thing goes wrong. You know what I mean? And then what if they weren't able to attune to the helmet thing?
Yeah,
like at all. and then she wins.
Yeah.
So I also agree that this
What
is
if
a
they weren't able to
Suicide Squad.
escape from the fat dragon?
Oh right, what if they all slid down the bridge and they got eaten by the fat dragon? I love how when they're like when they discover that there's a huge dragon, the dude's like, "Oh, it's thunder, whatever. He must have found a new den." Like everyone knows that there's a fat dragon. And they're cool, like they're cool with him, like he has a name and like they're not gonna, you know what I mean, like they're not trying to fuck with him, like they're not trying to hunt him down just for fun.
Well, the thing with him is he's got to be a really good dragon if he's fat. Unless he's just like stealing people's like livestock from farms and just eating cows and shit.
Yeah, there was like that pile of bones like leading up to where he pops out of, so like
Yeah, he's got to. Everybody's probably like, stay away from this guy. He's really good at eating people. Just look at how fat he is.
this dragon is the best at eating people.
He kind of looks like my cat.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny.
Because my cat's like big and fat like that. And I know is good at eating, so.
I know my cat's good at eating.
So therefore, the dragon must also be good at eating.
Yeah, he's got to be super good at eating. But how do you get... The dragon's fucking huge, so he must have been eating a lot of stuff, but when he pops out of that hole, like, he's clearly too big because he, like, breaks it down.
Yeah.
So...
Is he just eating people that fall into the hole?
Yeah, like, is he tricking people up in there, and then he pops out and eats them, and then he spits out their bones, and that's why it's like a ramp of bones?
That could be.
Man, I don't know. I need to get John. I got to
or
text John Francis Daly or whatever and ask him.
Or he's fishing for people and has like a little fishing pole down there and like throws the line up to get people to come in.
He is they are underwater. So maybe there's like a pool or something, like a lake, or like a cave or something where the fish are coming down because they're under the ocean.
Yeah.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah. We'll ponder that for next time. Speaking of next time, I shifted the schedule around a little bit because I wanted to make sure we coincided with an upcoming film release. So next week we will be watching Deadpool 2 on Disney Plus.
Ooh.
In preparation for Deadpool and Wolverine, which comes out the following Friday that the episode releases.
Hell yeah.
And then it gives me an excuse to watch the movie again because I only ever saw it once all the way through, I think.
I think I've watched Deadpool 2 more than the first one.
The first one I watched a lot because I had that one on Blu-ray, and for a while I just played it on repeat.
Mm-hmm. The first one's, man. I already got a ticket for the Thursday showing of Deadpool 3.
Oh, nice.
Super excited about that. The day the tickets went on sale, I was able to get one. By the time I looked at the seats, the one row was like basically sold out, except for like two people had bought, like they're obviously together. They bought two seats and there's one empty on each side of them.
Oh.
And the one is like dead center where I would like normally sit. So I was like, you guys fucked up. You didn't think I was going to get the seat right next to you. I don't care. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, probably the episode after their Deadpool 2 episode, we'll talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, I imagine, in depth.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, when are you going to see it?
For that. I don't know exactly when I'll go and see it yet. I'm thinking probably that maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Depends on how my work schedule shakes out, but
fair.
Yeah, that's definitely one where I'm excited to go back to theaters. It's been a while since we've actually had a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Granted, I keep forgetting the Marvels came out in November because I still have not seen that one yet.
I think that I went and saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. I like Brie Larson, so I'm cool with Brie Larson. I'll watch her all day.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, and everything. Still have not gotten around to see that. Still a bunch of Marvel shows I have not seen either. So
Oh, dude, speaking of shows, did you watch The Acolyte? Have you been watching that?
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Oh my, dude, it's okay. Everyone's gonna piss and moan about it. Blah blah blah. I don't care what you think. The last episode that I watched, it was like the whole episode was a lightsaber battle, and it was so
Wow.
fucking good. Oh, it was awesome.
I'll have to give that. I'll have to check that out then. If it.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It should not have been like the way that it ramps up to like what's gonna happen. Like, oh, there's a fight gonna happen, and then the episode before that, it cuts off, and you're like, it leaves you on this cliffhanger, and then the next episode,
Yeah.
it's like we're getting right into the business, and it's just lightsaber battle the whole episode. It's so good.
Nice.
Um, that's my raving review for Acolyte. So all you
Yeah, I'll have to check it
whiny
out.
people on the internet who are like, I'm not watching the Acolyte, like you're missing out. Cry about it. Oh, there's something else I was gonna tell you about, and I remembered and then I forgot. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's rumored though that they're gonna announce a second season of Moon Knight in the next either at Comic-Con or their Disney's D23 thing.
Did you like Moon Knight?
I did enjoy Moon Knight. The last episode was kind of weird, where it was there's like your typical kind of Marvel ending,
Mm-hmm.
but I did enjoy it.
I wanted to like it so much more than I did. I wanted to like it so
Mm,
bad. I was so excited for it. And then I watched it, and I
yeah,
was like, I don't know if I don't really enjoy this.
I'm curious to see if I go back and how I feel about it because I definitely that's one I want to return to at some point.
Hmm.
It's just I still don't have time to watch shows that I haven't seen yet. So finding time to watch something that I've already seen, I'm like, I'll get around to it at
Oh,
some point.
yeah, I hear you.
But I'm a big Oscar Isaac fan though, so
He's so good. He's so
yeah.
good. And then Kevin Bacon's in it too, and I'm like, dude, I love Kevin Bacon. Come on. Something about it.
Wait,
Just
Kevin Bacon's in it?
yeah, he's the bad guy, the dude in the.
Oh, I thought that was. Wait, isn't that Ethan Hawke?
Oh, is it Ethan Hawke? And I'm saying it's Kevin Bacon. I love Ethan Hawke
I
too.
think
Don't get me wrong.
I think you're thinking of the Guardians holiday special where they kidnap
Oh my
Kevin
God,
Bacon.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it totally. Oh no, Ethan Hawke, I'm so sorry. I'm getting my famous white guys mixed up. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, because fucking him and Uma Thurman, right? They're together,
Hmm.
and then their daughter is, what's her name?
Maya.
Yeah, from everyone's favorite show. I'm stalling because I can't remember. Uh,
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah, see.
She also plays in Anxiety in the $1 billion grossing Inside Out 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I saw this morning that it just passed a billion today or yesterday or something, which is crazy.
That's insane.
That's now the highest grossing movie of the year.
Inside Out 2. Who would have guessed?
I
Well,
definitely would not have guessed.
until what Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see, considering it's an R-rated movie, how well it does. But
You know, I
we'll
think
we'll find out in a
what I'm
couple
like
weeks.
super excited for about going to see it in the movie or in the theater is like I haven't gone to see a Marvel movie like with a bunch of people. Every time I would
Yeah,
go, I think the last one that I saw with a bunch of people might have been Thor: Love and Thunder. I think there was like a couple people there, and they were just like,
yeah,
it wasn't as rowdy as I remember them being, like, or as fun as I remember them being. Like,
yeah. I'm trying to think of the last like kind of rowdy one that I remember.
like Endgame, I remember that one being like that was the most
Yeah,
insane it's ever been in a movie theater.
yeah. I saw that on like a Sunday morning, and it was still like crazy.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, because Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's like the last big one I think I actually saw in theaters. and there weren't a ton of people at that, and I went to like the Thursday showing of that.
Yeah, it was all the other ones I saw would be like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and there would be a couple
Yeah.
people in there, but it wasn't like Endgame where it was packed.
Doctor, I want to. Now I can't remember if it was just me or if the actual theater was crazy, but Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was cool too. But really, like the people losing their shit about everything, Spider-Man: No Way Home is probably the last real time that's happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that
Marvel
one.
wise, which
That was
was
another one.
what 2021, yeah. So that would have even been before my son was born.
Yeesh.
Granted, it was
Yeesh.
only a month before, but still.
It's still before. That was the before
Yep.
times.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm curious to see what James Gunn's Superman will be like because my son's really into like Superman and Batman and stuff like that, and that comes out next year, so
Oh,
he'll be like
cool.
3.
Yeah, he'll be
So
aware
we'll
of it.
see how if that's when he'll be able to see or not. But I gotta imagine James Gunn's gonna make like a pretty lighthearted Superman.
I imagine it being pretty lighthearted too.
I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes photos or not, but it looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the case.
I saw one photo, and it's from you see Superman's back, and he's like holding up like a slab of
Yeah, holding up
concrete.
like the plate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And there's those two
It's
dudes that are holding it with him.
yeah, I thought that was such a cool behind the scenes photo where they got the two guys on the side and
Yeah.
in the middle.
Um.
But yeah, there's other ones where you see like Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Hawk Girl, and
Oh, cool. I didn't know
a
that.
bunch of the other like kind of side characters. Because it's who is it that's playing Guy Gardner? He's always in all the stuff James Gunn does. He was the one rock guy, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion.
Oh, cool.
He's playing Guy Gardner, and he has like a Green Lantern like leather jacket and stuff like that
Uh huh.
in the behind the scenes photos. His costume looks like again like it's gonna be like an actual kind of lighthearted thing, and I love that. I know like all the stuff's leaking and whatnot, but I love that they're actually shooting it outside, like on streets and stuff like that,
Yeah, that's
as
really cool.
opposed to like in a warehouse somewhere in Atlanta.
On the volume.
Yeah.
Um. What else? What else?
Anyways, yeah, I think that's been it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I I did while we were away. I did think of one way we could end the show in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you'll so this would be something you would have to do. But I was thinking what we do is we wrap every film we've seen on the podcast done to the beat of the Pokemon rap.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare. Nobody wants to hear me rap.
Taxi driver Conan the Barbarian.
I don't even remember how that. Like, I remember that song. Obviously, I was a Pokemon freak when I was a little kid, but it's not
My son started to
ingrained.
like it, so I just listened to it
Oh,
I was listening to it the other day, which made me think of it.
the cadence isn't ingrained in my head like some songs are. I don't know if
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all.
I don't know if I can go back and learn it. It would be too weird for me. Oh man,
Well, I guess there goes that idea. We'll have to find something else.
we'll find something. We'll come up with a good one.
Yeah.
We could spin a wheel and
20.
that would tell us what movie we're gonna watch next. Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, wrong button. Whoa. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a safe
Like,
and,
subscribe, share,
yeah. Like, subscribe, share,
Um,
comment.
follow us, like our videos.
Send me money.
We're on YouTube.
Mint Mobile sponsor me.
Sponsor us.
Uh, go see Long Legs in theaters. July 12th.
Did you hear that the first time she saw Nicolas Cage when they were filming that, the microphone picked up her heartbeat because it was beating so fast?
Holy shit! No, I didn't hear that.
She had a mic on her, and I read that fact the other day. I was like, fuck.
Oh, I can't. Dude, that's my most. Besides Wolverine and Deadpool, that's like my most anticipated movie.
Did you see the Nosferatu trailer?
Oh
Not
yeah.
to like make the show longer. That looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That's been the movie I'm most excited for.
It comes out on Christmas too, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be a great Christmas movie.
I have a feeling they're like trying to set it up for an Oscar play
It
if it's
looks
coming out then.
just the one shot of like the shadow of the hand going across like the city. Like it
Yeah,
just
that's
looks
from
so fucking cool.
all the stuff, the carriage going down like the mountain and like the rats running through the street and everything. I'm so excited. And we still have not even seen Nosferatu yet.
Yeah, right. Oh
I
man,
wonder if they're
it's gonna be dope.
I feel like they're gonna hold that for the movie at this point,
I
but
hope.
we'll see.
I'm sure I've complained about trailers on this show before, but like they should like I feel like they show way too much in the trailer. If they were just like if it was just a black screen for the trailer and they kept it this way, you know, just a black screen and then it slowly creeped in like Nosferatu, like that would be enough for me to be like, "Oh, this looks fucking awesome. This is going to be so cool." Same thing with Long Legs, like when they put out those teasers, you didn't even know what was happening. It was like a photo and then it would like slowly zoom in on the photo and that was it. And you're like, "What the hell is this?" And then it would pop up Long Legs or whatever.
Yeah, their marketing team has been going crazy because they're sending. I don't know if you saw, like they're sending people like ViewMasters, like the old school, like the kids thing where you put like the little disc in
and
and
you
you can
clip
flip through it.
Yeah.
They've been
Cool.
sending people like stuff like that.
Yeah, just I don't know. I'm
I
hoping
feel like
for a
that
day.
movie's gonna do big numbers.
I hope so. Because it looks fucking
Like
awesome.
at least for what it is, I think it's gonna do big numbers.
Someday, when it's you and I run the world, it'll be the only trailer you're getting is the title and that's it. And you decide whether or not you want to go see it. Not we're gonna show you the beginning, middle, and the end in the trailer, just in a different order.
Yeah. Yeah, when I ended up watching Dune, I was shocked that you see like so much of that movie in that trailer.
Oh yeah. Oh
You see
yeah.
pretty much everything. Like you see that final showdown with him and the Atreides and Harkonnen and whatnot. And yeah, that trailer shows you everything.
It's not right. It's not right.
No.
All right, yeah. Send me money, everyone. Go see Long Legs.
Until next time, stop putting out everything in the movie in the trailer.
Until next time, Jonathan!